joining me today in Life for Immigrant. Today we have Rana Zaman. Rana Zaman will be talking with us about schools in Canada. I personally feel she's the best person today for talking with us, talking to the immigrants. The reason is when she was 6 years old, that's the time when she came over here in Canada. She has 45 years of experience as an immigrant in Canada, and I personally again feel that she's the voice of immigrants. Rana, you are an immigrant when you were 6 years old. What do you feel as an immigrant children and their parents face when they come to Canadian classroom?
I find as an immigrant, when the new immigrants that are coming in, because keep in mind, mine was back in 71, it's a different world. Our challenges and our resources that were available are different, but now day and age it's very different. And I find the new immigrants that are coming are very savvy. They're very highly educated immigrants, so some of the challenges are not the same, but the major challenge is the culture shock. Like you and I had a discussion earlier where you're saying your child calls their teacher by the first name and not her or Mrs.
Yes.
I mean, that's unheard of for us, right? That's a culture shock.
Yes.
And you're trying to correct them and getting them to fit in.
Yeah.
But the rest of the students are not calling them by that name. So then your child now stands out as being different and not fitting in with the other students.
Yeah.
So this is one of the challenges, the culture of how we grew up. One really important one, which you've noticed as well, is the academic. The academics here is very different. The type of teaching here is considered more like social or group teaching as well, and they also focus on a lot of like arts and music. These were part of the curriculum. I know, unfortunately, they're being cut out in a lot of places, but it's not just academic, it's also arts.
I remember actually, I was just talking to my doctor and I was like, if I want my son to be a doctor, what should I like he's just 3 years old, okay? But okay, I'm planning his future.
Totally desi attitude,
I know. I want him to be a doctor. So she said, "Oh yes, if you want him to be a doctor, you should give him a lot of volunteer experience, a lot of." She told about herself, she used to work for Tim Hortons and all that curriculum, extracurricular activities I was like, that doesn't happen back in India. Your parents want you to do is study. Happen over here too?
Well, that option was given by your parents, right? Yes. So the schools don't force that. That's our parents that force that. So same rule applies here.
Okay.
I think you'll learn Canada is a land of freedom, right? And you have the freedom of choice here.
Yes.
Now, it's up to you how much you allow your children the freedom.
Yes.
And frankly speaking, as a good parent, it should be a joint decision. It shouldn't be forced on to or stamped onto children. You sit down and you see where their strengths are. You see what their weaknesses is and help them either build up the weaknesses and improve the strength and then make an educated choice on which path.
Do you have any other words which parents should be prepared before coming over here? Yeah. Any information which I missed?
Well, preparation is, can you ever be prepared enough for anything? Well, Canada's winters.
Yes, get ready with snow tires.
Do not push your child to the point you push them into depression by saying you have to do this or you have to do that. The one most important question is to ask your child, if you had all the money in the world and you did not have to work for money, then to keep busy for activity, for fun, what would you like to do that comes in the form of any kind of work? Because you don't want to sit at home and be bored and just play video games. Most of them, as they're older, will have an answer. And my daughter came up with the answer that she loves children, she loves languages, and she loves to combine both of them. So she decided she wanted to be a linguistic and do perhaps research how children works with picking up languages quickly. So I said, go and investigate what courses you need to do to tie that together. She did, and one of the courses in there was psychology. So as she started getting into the program, she fell in love with that aspect of it. She loved the psychological aspect. So she liked psychology, and now she decided that she wants to do child psychology. and she is thrilled. She is flourishing.
Yeah.
She's become an honor student
Wow.
from one who was in depression and took 6 months off school because she couldn't handle the pressure anymore.
Yes, I understand.
And as a parent, I saw her, and I said, okay, take the time off and think about it. Once I posed that question and it helped her to focus, she's night and day. And I'm so thrilled that I took the time and said, it's not about me, it's about you, my child. What do you want?
Yeah, that's a very powerful message. Thank you, Rana. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for
And-
having me.
Okay, see ya.
Bye,
And
guys.
if you have any questions, just email me over